I'm in my truth. Turn up on you when I'm in my truth. Yeah. Alley you when I'm in my truth. When I'm in my truth. Popping up like woo.
Friends become strangers and girls become dangerous.
Hey, what's good, YouTube? We're back with another video, man. And yo, in this video, I'm just gonna tell you how to grow your hair. How to grow your hair faster and longer, man.
Whole lot of gang shit going.
Yeah. Anyway, so let's just jump right into it, man. So the first thing you want to do, man, and I say this in all my videos, you want to moisturize your hair, bro. You want to moisturize your hair. You never want to let your hair dry up, because when it dries up, it gets brittle, it breaks easy, it sheds easy, you get those crazy split ends. So always moisturize your hair, man. Like, at least if you can't do it in the morning, do it in the evening. But if you're gonna do it like both in the morning and in the evening, just add a little bit, in the morning and in the evening, so you don't get like too much buildup in your scalp. So that's the first thing you're gonna do, man. Always want to oil your hair, either using oils or using leave-in conditioners. Like, let me show you which oils I use. Like, give me a minute, bro. Like, yeah, so I use the olive oil conditioning spray oil, like y'all have seen this before. And I also use the Cantu Shea Butter Tea Tree and Jojoba hair and scalp oil. Let me show you that. And then the leave-in conditioner I use is the ORS Curls Unleashed Shea Butter and Mango leave-in conditioner. Show you. So that's the conditioner I use. So I don't use this every day, by the way. I use this probably once in every like 3-4 days or so, probably like twice a week. But I use the oils every day. I usually use this oil in the morning, and then I use like this one in the evenings. Yeah, that's just how I like to use it. Like, I mean, that's my routine. You can figure out how you want to do it with your oils, but that's how I do it. And yeah, man. So the second thing you want to do, bro, is you want to protective style your hair, bro. And by that I mean either braiding your hair up in like braids or whatever, or twisting your hair, like what I got right now, like 2-strand twist. My hair's in twist. Like, let me show you. See that? So I've had these twists in for about, I think this is the 3rd day now. So I usually leave my twists in for at least 1 to 2 weeks, but I like to push it on like 2 weeks. Then I kind of retwist it and then do another 2 weeks. And then, okay, like this is how I usually protective style my hair. Let's say like it's this, it's April, né? April, I'll twist my hair up and then I'll go for like 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, I redo it, and then I go another 2 weeks, and then it's like April. And then when we get to May, and then I cornrow my hair, or I don't know, like I usually do cornrow, so I'll cornrow my hair for the whole of May. I usually like to go, I don't know, for the whole month with cornrows, but it depends. But if you get your hair braided, I suggest you at least go at least 2 weeks before you take it down, because I've noticed a lot of growth from just leaving it in for like a month. So yeah, I mean, if you want to take it to a month, do that. Like, that's what I try to do most of the time. But yeah, and I just kind of interchange every month. Like, if it's this month I got twists on, next month I got a braided, twist, braids, twist, braids. That's how I like to do it. And like I said, you can do it however you want to, but that's just my preferred way of doing it. You want to protective style your hair. You want to leave your hair in a protective style. Another thing which I don't really tell people that often, or I don't usually say in my videos that often, is you don't want to wash, like if you're trying to grow your hair out, you can't be washing your hair every day, bro. Like, every time you jump in the shower, you can't be washing your hair, man. You can't do that, because washing your hair every day strips your hair and scalp of all those natural oils and nutrients that actually encourage hair growth. So, and every time you wash your hair, man, you're gonna lose hair. Like, you don't want to wash your hair every day. Like I said, you know, some people will probably wash their hair like once a week. I know people that wash their hair like twice a week. I personally prefer to wash my hair every 2 weeks, you know, when I have twists. But if my hair is braided, like I only wash my hair after I take the braids down, which is usually after 3 or 4 weeks. But, you know, and one thing I also suggest is try to keep your wash routine kind of, I don't want to say uniform, but kind of have like a kind of, like have like a
Maybe Santa will bring me a dictionary so I can understand what you just said.
I am the one, the way your son don't need a gun.
just follow a certain schedule. If like you wash your hair every 2 weeks, wash it every 2 weeks. Don't like wash your hair after 2 weeks. Next thing you know, after 2 days, you're washing it again. Then you stay a week, then you wash it. Then the following day, you wash it again. You don't want to do that, man. So just kind of stick to a certain routine or certain pattern as to when you wash your hair and all that. And to be honest, man, just follow a simple routine, man. Just wash it when it's dirty, condition it, protective style it, and then oil it. You know, it's really not that big of a deal if you think about it. The last thing, man, which, you know, I feel like a lot of people, like myself included, there was actually a time where I felt like, well, I never really liked it when people told me this, but it's actually a really big thing. But one thing you also have to do, bro, is just give your hair time. Like, that's the best thing you can do for your hair, man. Just give it time to grow, man. I've been growing my hair for 2 years, for just over 2 years now. But like I said in my last video, I had to like chop off a bit of length. But yeah, so basically, hair will take its time to grow. You can't really force grow your hair. You can't really, you know, pull it. Like, just leave your hair alone. You know, just follow that simple routine. Wash it when it's dirty, oil it, you know, condition it, and then protective style it. Just do all those things, man. And then on top of that, give your hair time to grow, because it'll grow. Be patient, stay patient. Don't rush it, because you can't rush it. Just leave it alone, man. Hey, man, and one thing I almost forgot, bro, like, you also want to protect your hair from, you know, the elements of the weather, man. You know, that being the sun and, you know, the cold, you know, air or whatever, cold weather, like winter. So, I don't know, like, I suggest you treat your hair the way you treat your skin. You know how when it's like super hot outside, you'd like pick up an umbrella before you go out. Same thing, man. Like, get a hat or get a cap. Just wear something, cover your hair up when you go out when you go into the sun, because, you know, bad weather can actually do a lot of damage to your hair if you're not careful. Same thing in winter, man. Like, throw a do-rag on there and like put a beanie on there, because, yo, like, bad weather can really damage your hair. Like, I know from experience, man. So, like, save yourself before it's too late, man. Protect your hair from the weather. And another thing, man, like, always cover your hair at night, man. You don't want to, you know, go to bed without covering your hair at night, bro. Like, I sleep with a do-rag on, so I have, you know, I always have a do-rag on. Like, I just took it off before I filmed this video. But you should always wear a do-rag, bro. Like, especially when you go to bed at night, because if you go to bed at night, bro, and you haven't covered your hair, especially if you have braids or twists, or if your hair's in a protective style, you're gonna wake up, or let me say, after like the 3rd, 4th, 5th day, your hair's gonna be all frizzy, all messed up, and it's not gonna look good, man. It's really not gonna look good. So make sure you cover your hair up at night. You can use a do-rag, you can use a bonnet. I used to use a bandana before I got my do-rag. Just anything, man. Just make sure your hair's covered at night, man. So give your hair time to grow, man, because you can't rush the growth, man. You can't rush the process. It's a process, man. Just take care of your hair, protective style it, and then go about your business. It'll grow while you do. Just don't concentrate on it growing too much, because, I don't know, you'll get too impatient and just end up doing some dumb stuff. But just leave it alone, man. It's hair. It'll grow. That's that about this video, bro. Like, remember to leave a like, you know, drop a comment if you have anything to say, anything to ask, you know, feel free. And don't forget to subscribe, man. Don't forget to subscribe. So yeah, man, we out.
I don't really know how to sing, but fuck it, I'll do it all for you. Yeah, I'm just saying, ride with a real one. I ain't gassing like your CT
owe my puff, pass it. Niggas still at it, money over everything, but I can make an exception. I go bust for me. I've been up fiending. Let's just make a movie to keep that lady seen it. Show you how we do it, die, smoke city. Baby girl, look at me, just give me a reason. Now let me do you like this, do you like that, do you like this? Give a twat on my knees.